I gotta check to make sure the stream is going well. Let me. That's what I'm talking about. I see myself. Ah, look how cute you are, you fat motherfucker. We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live. Dick, like we're not live right now. We're going live. We are live. We're going to play live. On YouTube. I really prefer that we do well here. Actually, first, before I do this shit, let me reply to my son. Sorry, my son just showed me his controller for his Xbox. He uses it for he'll use it for his PC and stuff like that, but he was showing me his modded controller. Not modded, like cheating mod. He typical, not typical. You can't say typical, but like the well, yeah, you could like the typical what you would call what's the word? Cosmetic mods. There we go. Cosmetic mods. Change like the trigger buttons, the color of them, the X, Y, A, B, and shit like that. The back or some of the back plate or some shit like that. It just looks dope. You know what I mean? And he also made it so it's quick triggers, so you don't have to fucking go all the way down. It's just like a tap. So that's pretty fucking dope. I had him on my what is that thing called? I had him on my controller. I didn't remember what it's called. I had him on my controller for a minute. I actually bought my controller with it built in, but I have these really big ass nasty effing hands, and when I play rough. Like you're gonna hear me tapping a lot. My mic isn't great. My mic is from Five Below. Shout out to today's non-sponsor, Five Below, for when you're on the go and only got Five Below. Oh shit! I killed it. That head hurts. Gosh dang, doing that shit hurts. Back. Anyway, so he's doing those mods. He told me that he had a solder to get some of the pieces on, which is freaking dope. I was like, you can do so much shit with that if you know how to solder into it. Because now you could add like clear cap or clear buttons and throw RGBs in. Because I know there's still people that love RGBs. I like RGBs. You can see I like lights. This is an RGB, but that's a light. So yeah, I'm just like I'm proud right now. He's a fucking dope ass kid. I mean, fat kid. He's a fat kid. A dope ass son. So, whew. I was mentioning that I'm hoping that he gets good at it because then he can help me mod my Xbox, my PC. That'd be dope. We're gonna be going on a cruise hopefully soon. Oh, hopefully he could make it. It's because like 2 weeks to Hawaii, so I hope he could make it because I really wanted to be on every one of the cruise trips, yo, so that I like when eventually when I have grandkids, and if I make it long enough, because my fat ass might die before that because of the asthma, and I'm all dabbing the way I do. Oh, as you can see, like, no, there are people with bigger hands. I can't palm a basketball, so I don't have long hands or fingers and shit. Like, they're not big like that. They're just big as in, this is chapstick. My pinky is the size of a chapstick. Fucking, it's the same size. I think I even checked, like, my thumb is like the size of the, right? Yeah, like, look. I could do this. And my inhaler thing is behind my thumb. It's not huge. They're just big, right? They're clumsy. So when I'm playing and I'm doing that shit, like, look what happens when I'm holding my This is my Razer turret, right? My Razer turret. These things take a beating though, man. You don't understand how many times I've raged and I was like, ah, and then I'm looking like, fuck, I'm about to buy a new keyboard because I broke it, and I look, no. But look at when I play. That's not comfortable, man. That's not comfortable. When I play, I'm playing like this, right? Because if not, my fingers are hanging over the damn thing. So then, and it just feels weird. And especially when I'm playing and I have to use these on my 4 and 5 button. So it's just when I actually play, I have to play like this. And I have arthritis. It doesn't look bad, right? It's like, well, that's cool. The fuck, look at this. But I'm playing like this. Look at this shit. My fingers are all like if they're arachnids or some shit, man. The reason I bought this was because I didn't think it was gonna be an issue like that, and it is. Like, let me pull this shit up real quick. Hey, don't make fun of the fact that this shit's dusty, all right? I know you will, and that's cool, man. But like, you know, right? Like, I'm playing. Here's my WSD. That's how my hand has to look when I'm playing. It's uncomfortable, dude. For me to be comfortable, it has to be like that. That's where my fingers have to be spread out to. I don't know what buttons are on. What is that? W, R, and H. You see that? It freaking sucks. There's a big ass keyboard for 150 though. But then I was like, dude, I dropped the. You know how much I bought this for? Go. I got it for $99 in box, brand new, no plastic. But it was like the person opened it up and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they turned it in. 99 bucks. I thought it was selling for 150 because I saw it somewhere for 150. When I look on their website, it's 250. So it makes me feel like a piece of shit wanting to be like, oh, I got this shit. I found it luckily for 100 bucks. But you know what I want to do? I want to just put it aside and get a bigger keyboard. And you know what looks actually fancier? Not fancier, because it looks like a dildo. I'm not gonna lie. But it would be better than this. It's a freaking mouse that you hold like a dildo, like that. And you just freaking same shit, but you're just using your hand to move it this way, and the buttons are here and here. That is smart as shit, dude. Because doing this does not feel good. But let's use this as my example, right? If I have to just do this to play, and these are the buttons, right? Let's say like the ear, the tail, and the horn. That's so much easier if I'm like, I gotta shoot. Shoot would be up here, so I'd be like, shoot, 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 shoot. Aim with this, like, right? Aim, and then shoot with here, so I'd be like that. Right? Shooting, shooting. Let me just do like that so you can see. Let go of the aim. Probably throw my frag and then crouch or whatever. And I've seen it, and I didn't want to buy it because I was like, dude, I feel like shit that I have this freaking Razer turret, but it. Oh, you know what? I don't know, man. Whatever. Whatever. I guess like I just gotta deal with it. Or I gotta do something to my fingers to make them shorter. Or my palm is a little smaller. And then worry about people judging me because of that. But it's not easy. Just make that clear. My hand's already hurting. I haven't even started. So now that we got the rent out of the way, I have to do this so that way when I'm in game, I don't make as many. Fuck. Look at this shit. 550 for like 4 miles. And then an Instacart. $10, but we're gonna go check it out. Cause no, I don't do the Instacarts that are like under $10. There's no way. I'll explain why right now. Hold on. this one, 9 to 16. Let's just say you're looking for a job and you're like, I don't know what to do. Just do Instacart or Uber Eats for the time being. Don't get stuck in this shit. $9.16 for 0.4 miles, 8 items. This is why I do not take the under the 10s. Typically, it's 15 or above. Why? Sometimes I'll take those 12 or 13s because it's like, oh, it's right, 2 items, fudge it, and I'm already out there. The reason being, yeah, they never take into consideration the time it takes to park. No, trust me, I used to be like, that's bullshit. Just get your ass to work. Oh, but I do the damn job. There's 2 places that I hate to go to during the day when it's time to shop. Food for Less, specific one, I'm not going to say where, but it's a Food for Less at a place called, forgot, it's some other market. I mean, it's not even like a big market, it's like a smaller community market, okay? These places are always packed. And when you get orders from them, you're usually going to get fresh meat. Specifically from the one, not the Food for Less, but the smaller one. And those lines are crazy. There was one time I had to show the customer I'm sorry that I'm taking so long because it should have been done in 25 minutes and I was there for an hour and 15. And I was like, I'm sorry, but look at the ticket number I have. And then I show her the customer countdown, whatever. It was on 76 or some shit like that, and I had 90, close to 100. I think it was like 98. And if you don't understand, it was like, that doesn't seem like that much. When people are getting, I'm brown. I live in a Hispanic community, right? Predominantly. When my peeps eat, they eat. When they go to the meat section, if anyone has been around there, they know. They're just like, dude, you're gonna be there for a minute, because sometimes those consuelas that doesn't mean anything bad. Consuela just means like an older woman that's like, I gotta cook pozole, I gotta cook some fucking caldo, I gotta go do the asada, whatever. It's a consuela because it's like an older woman that's like, I know what I'm doing, right? This is my shit. You don't mess with it. You don't mess with the recipe. It's been done for years and shit like that. Passed down. Don't fuck with it. So it's a consuelas, and they get meat. They get everything when they're going. It's everything because they don't. You don't see them go there to shop for the day. If it's for the week, it'll be. You're hoping they're going to be there for the week, but if you usually look at the cart, and you can tell if by what's in there. If it's a full ass cart, they're getting meat. If you look at the cart, you can see like, chips and shit like that and things for like a barbecue. They're barbecuing. They're gonna get some. It's a freaking couple of things: eggs, milk, the bread. They're gonna get maybe a little bit of asada, a little bit of like there's another like some chicken, and then they're gonna walk out. But the point being is that there was like 20 of those people, over 20 of them. And the fact that I was there, it should have been 25 minutes and I went over because I was out of there at an hour and 15 because I checked. So I don't like those. Because that remember that one. And that one was a good one too. It was a 15 or some shit. Though that you're like, okay, that's not bad. It's 9 items and shit, or 10 items, 12 items for like $15. I used to be like, that's freaking dope. That's cool. I used to actually do whatever it's gonna pay, $20. 20 items would be like the maximum. Not anymore. Because there was let's get into the game. But there was one time we just make it. See how I can ramble? This is why you don't like to put people with ADHD in front of a camera. Because we'll forget what we're doing for real. And then it just goes on forever and ever. I should do a podcast with my son one day, man. Because it would be interesting. I can't shut up. I'm not a good host because he'll say something and I'm like, oh yeah. And then people will be like, shut up, dude. I'm trying to talk. And then like, I'd be like, oh. And I start voguing and shit because I wouldn't know what to do. But Oh, that's good, because it threw me off track. I forgot what I was going to say. I do not want to remember, because we're going to forget to play the game. We're just wasting time, right? Let's actually get in. Oh man, I'm scared. I'm terrified of what I'm seeing, what I am doing, my baby. My baby. Oh, 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 oh. Hello, little babies.
I see.
Don't shoot, please. Just a baby. Okay, let's rock this.
Domination.
Enemies deployed a bomb drone.
The enemy took Charlie.
The enemy took Charlie. Reason to Lockwood, babies.
Securing Charlie.
Friendly bomb drone active.
We control Charlie.
I shot nobody. Sorry. Oh no!
Secure
Oh my
Bravo.
gosh, I'm being an absolute nab.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Cold-blooded. Two objectives secure. We're losing Charlie.
Come on. I wanted that.
We lost Charlie.
Shit, snitch! Boogity 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 boogity.
We're taking Bravo.
Oh.
The enemy's captured two objectives. Bravo secure.
I don't know how to capture
Enemy securing
objectives.
Alpha.
You.
We're taking Charlie.
Oh shit.
Enemies taking Alpha. We hold all objectives. Keep them secure. We're losing Alpha. The enemy took Alpha. Securing Alpha.
No! Let me reload, dude! Don't be a fucking jerk. Be polite and let me reload, dude. I got a lock line.
Counterattacks.
Oh, I'm scared. It's because I need another dab. I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is.
We're taking Alpha.
Fucking shit. Oh shit.
Securing objective Alpha. We control all objectives. Maintain the perimeter.
Oh, I wish there was fucking open comms. That was beautiful. I want to hear that kid.
Enemy securing Alpha.
Oh, you shouldn't even be playing this. Or he's not even all of it, but just the voices.
Rangers online. Securing Alpha.
Here you go, my dudes.
Enemy securing Bravo.
Planting Claymore.
We control 2 objectives.
We control 2 of them. But why can't we get 5 of them?
Securing objective Alpha.
Rocket point ready.
Ow!
All objectives secure. Expect counterattacks. We're losing Bravo.
Cruise missile standing by.
Okay.
Cluster mine deployed.
Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back.
Oh, I'll take it back.
Target.
With everything I got.
UAV active. UAV online. Hostile UAV in the area.
You got those cheeks clapped.
Securing objective Charlie.
Oh yeah, Charlie's safe now, baby.
Alpha is compromised.
No! What? That made no sense.
Securing Charlie. Alpha.
I see.
We're taking Charlie. Objective Charlie secure.
Shit.
Throwing flash grenade. Drone is in the area.
That would have been sick, right, if I would have got that. Shit! The teammates would have been like, this guy is amazing. He gives me hope when there's no hope around.
We've secured 2 objectives. Enemy
Oh, shit!
Bravo.
I was spotted, my dude. Nice shot. You freaking jerk. Whoa. Calm down there, home slice.
Enemy UAV active.
Securing Alpha. Round. Don't let up. We control all objectives. Maintain the perimeter.
Maintain that parameter,
Enemies taking Charlie.
Area's hot.
just like a janitor. Ow!
All hunters. Mission accomplished. Lack a job.
Damn, you got shot. You got shot. You got shot. You better whap whap. Whap whap whap. Whap whap. My mic's right there. Lock one. What I'm talking about, sucker. Yo, hold on real quick. I unlocked something for the Bryson, but right for the I don't like the Bryson though. There we go.
Why would it do that? I don't like it.
Yeah, I want to give that one, buddy. This is the only thing that it is. I don't care about the Bryson. Tell Bryson to go to heck. What level is this shit on already? Because I want to open up that. Oh, it's 25. They hit me like this. That shit hurts. Oh, you facts. Okay, let's go into some jibber jabberish. Jabber gibberish. First off, I wish I could go into the live. It's not showing me that. Like, it's not letting me go in. Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Yeah. Cool, because I can see the chat now. Oh, I can't see the OBS. They should really make it so that if you pin the OBS setting for the chat, like the little chat box, it'll pin it to over the game. You know what I mean? Because then I have to go into the settings, all that shit. No. Okay. There's only so much I can do with it, you know? What I'm trying to get with it is hip fire and accuracy. Hold on, let me check Instacart real quick. It's Friday. I should be like busy. Yeah, it should be busy, but it's not. Heck yeah. So I saw that I saw some goodness, and I'm gonna be able to make a I'm trying to upgrade my phone, excuse me, to the what is it called? 22 Ultra. 22 Ultra. Taxes are gonna be a little expensive, but right now with what I just saw, I'm like this much closer, dude, and I can finally use a stylus. I can zoom in on the moon. Oh, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with wanting to zoom in on stuff, but then I just made it be more for like when, you know, when there was when we went on a beach camping trip that we used to go to every year, and we saw like little crabs in the water, in the little rock pools and stuff. And it would have been cool to have, like, really zoomed in, you know, from far so that you could get detail in, because you don't want to zoom in when it's close. You want to, like, if you want to zoom in from like where I'm at, you know, so if I go like this, you can see like the depth, right? You want to be around here, but then you want to zoom in so that it can capture it. If you're too close, it's not going to grab it. You want to be, you know, at a good distance. We still got good videos of it and stuff, but it would just be nice, especially when we go on the cruise, to be like on the boat and then see the shoreline and then just freaking zoom in and then see people playing this shit. That's gonna be dope. So was this burp. Yeah. Okay. Aiming stability. This is where how I'm gonna choose what I want to do with it. The sprinting and aiming speed doesn't matter to me. The aiming stability does. Here it helps with recoil, but the aim down sight speed is low, so I don't want that. Recoil control, sprint speed, aim down sight speed. That's what I want. No, because we just want it to come up easier. It does take a little bit of time, you know. But we also want hip fire accuracy. Um. Huh. Now we'll leave it like that. Now we're gonna go. We could go these, but I don't see. I don't. There's a flashlight, I was supposed to be and aim. I don't need any of that. This is, but it's stuff like this that I need to add. Hip fire recoil and hip fire accuracy. No cons. Oh, but this is just. Oh shit. Laser is visible at hip. So I'm assuming this one just shows up when you're aiming. But it's considerable, yo. Should we try it? Screw it, you know? You gotta just get a little ballsy, if you will. You can't pretend. You gotta be ballsy. The damage range, nope. For the cons, it's an immediate nope. Movement speed and aim down speed, nope. Aim down speed, nope. Down sight, aim down sight, aim down sight. So this one is the only one. Damn, it jacks up the range. Oh, but it helps with the. I'm gonna win with it. Oh shit, we almost unlocked everything. Aim down sight speed. Aim down sight speed. Aim down sight speed. Aiming stability. Can't do it. Recoil and I can't do it. Aim down sight speed. Can't do it. Aim down sight speed. But it doesn't even pick up the range very. Get out of here. Down, aim down, aim down, aim down, aim down. Of course, everything is damage. Fudge, man. Why is it affecting the aim down? The range looks like if it doesn't go up very much. Same there. It's the same. It's all the same shit. Oh. This is the only thing. Oh, but it removes damage and damage range? No, thank you. A little bit of damage, a little bit of range. But that would be two things I believe that I have that are messing with my aim down. Let's go back, because I really don't want to add anything that's gonna hurt anything, you know? Okay, so hip recoil and hip accuracy are good, so we like that. But it's messing with mobility, and I think mobility is... But it doesn't say that it messes with my hip, my aim down. See, that one does, even though this... Okay, that's mobility it's handling. So, hip fire and aiming idle stability. That actually seems good, because... Well, that's if you're idle, so if you're running, it's not gonna matter. Idle is just if you're standing there, so when it's swaying back and forth. Idle stability, hip fire, and recoil stability. Oh, wrong one, buddy. Aiming idle, stability, recoil, aimed on sight, aim down. It was this one up here that I think would have been a good one. And then guard, right? Yeah. And I was, oh, please let this be, like, please let it just, let me, we'll give it a shot, and if not, then, because the range is not that good. The range is not that good. I had one that was pretty good at range, but for some weird ass reason, and I have clips of it. I think I still do, so I could post them. Where you're like, I would aim at someone and then I would shoot, and I would aim around their body, but it would just miss. It would just miss like crazy. Let me save this. We'll call it quick ups. Oh, we'll just call it quick aim. What? Quick? You see this, right? Which one of these is... Okay. Which one was the profanity? Quick ups? Was it quick? Aim? Aim? A word that they have in the game? Right? Let me make sure. Because I don't want to say that they have... That blew my mind. They could use them here, so I'm using... That's really fucking dumb. We'll just call it quick ups, like I said. Yeah, okay. Got everything. Let's try one more. I'm eventually gonna have to stop. I might have to drive to like Smartifino. I like Smartifino. I like doing Instacart there. It's a lot easier. But a lot of Smartifinos that I see, the two that I go to shop, they they usually only have one cashier. So those moments where there's like 5-6 people in line, and they have a fuckload of shit in their carts. Ooh. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Nope. They don't know what I mean. Whoa, calm down there.
Team deathmatch.
Yeah, man, you gotta have good vibes or we're not gonna do well. Fuck, where's my shotty?
Friendly UAV on station.
Man, you should have shot him, dude. I'm joking, I'm joking. I know. When they're camping, you really can't. Oh! That was delicious. That was me, dude. I have like a weird case of Tourette's or some shit. It's not Tourette's, I can't say that. It's involuntary verbal spasms or some bullshit. So I make noises like randomly for... It's almost the same shit, but it's not. Okay, I'm kind of self-conscious about it, my dude. But I do identify as a cat, just letting you know. Okay. You gotta be careful, dude, because if witches find out, they're gonna try to drink your blood. Like in Harry Potter. You have a John Cena camouflage. He's watching us play this game. He can't say something like that. When and his name is John Cena. Meow, meow, meow.
I'm taking fire. Flash grenade.
It does. I can't even get a kill because I'm getting killed. Ooh, my setup for this shotgun isn't good anymore.
The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm losing right now. No, just me. Just me. What am I?
Blood for blood. Requesting recon flyover.
Hostile Wilson deployed.
How do you feel about? Have you ever heard of a store called Five Below? Oh no shit, my dude. Do you miss Five Below? What? That's... Oh no, I feel you on that. There's only like 5 places I like going. Five Below being one of them, buddy.
Hostile sentry is online. Destroy the ammo. They're here.
Oh, my shotgun is making me look bad. Why did I change it?
High alert activated. Hostiles launched the cruise missile.
Shotty has no damage.
Enemy UAV overhead.
My shotgun. It let me down. I got murdered.
Tossing sticky grenade. Down, changing mags.
Hostile chopper gunner in the AO.
No! That wasn't cool.
Friendly UAV online.
Jeebus!
Mission failed. Return to base.
GG's. My soul! My soul! My soul! I can't stand people that use mods and shit and they're all like, no, this game, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna accuse everybody that gets shit like that of cheating. What? What? Why? Where? Can't be burned out.
Kill confirmed.
I'm with you.
The lead is ours. The enemy has the lead.
Got one.
We've lost the lead.
Flash out. Enemy. Loading.
No, mommy! Why did you do that? With the flaps? Oh shit, my bad.
Enemy incoming.
Oh no. Yeah.
Enemy UAV over.
Taking effective fire! Don't shoot me! Co za oferma!
He's on the floor. Where IPing them. My bad. You just sound like an idiot.
Enemy spotted here. I'm with you. Hostile cruise missile incoming.
Cold-blooded activated.
Hostile UAV in the
Switching
area.
mags.
Oh shiznit.
Hostile cruise missile launched.
What's your block?
Dropped them.
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Reloading.
Confirmed 1.
Loading. Covering your six. I see. Sniper KIA.
Dead snipey.
Confirmed
Changing
the
mag.
kill.
You got me by now.
Hostile care package in the area. Enemy UAV overhead.
On your six. Throwing flash grenade. Reloading. Contact. Oh, I'm loading.
High alert. Kill confirmed.
No!
Friendly counter UAV is on station.
Covering your six. Throwing Molotov.
Friendly UAV on station.
I gotta rebuild my shoddy.
That one's on ice. Switching mags.
Hostile UAV in the area. Our mortar strike is inbound.
Lucky I was covering your ass. Changing mag.
We've lost half the field. Fight back.
Enemy UAV active.
Confirmed. Enemy KIA.
Contact incoming.
Confirmed.
I got loaded. Gibbs.
Friendly sentry online. Hostile bomb drone.
Park a pee-pee. Park a pee.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Got that one. Reloading. Changing mag.
Shit, run, mortal. Dang it. Boosh.
What's your ruck? Contact!
Enemy UAV overhead.
set. An eye for an eye.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh shit.
Switching mag.
So scared.
We're losing ground.
Contact! Loading!
Confirmed one.
Beautiful.
Throwing flash grenade! I'm loading.
Kill confirmed. Last minute.
Why did I die? Why did he shoot me in the butt cheek?
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
No.
EKIA
Stop texting me. Sheesh.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I died because they kept texting. I'm joking. You could text me.
UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time.
Mission compromised. We're done.
I did great. I gotta back out because my shotgun is wag, dude. What the hell happened to my Lockwood? So this setup right here is no good. You would think it would be, but it's not. So we're gonna go back into it. And we are going to refix everything. So what we were focused on is aim speed, right? So we're gonna keep that going, but anything that doesn't have to do with aim speed, excuse me, we're gonna focus on like, see, what I didn't get is that, see, when you look at it, it shows the damage is up. Wider pallet spread. That is why, because you have to be close for it to actually do damage. Like, very close. This one is the worst to have on your gun. And I'm guessing unless you have a bunch of everything else to counter it, it's not good to have. So like this one has a tighter spread, bullet velocity. The aim down is going to be compromised. Was I using a Bryson? No, I wasn't using a Bryson for the other one. That's right, because of the fact that that shit was so short. This one. And then maybe we go with the muzzle as opposed to the laser. Maybe we could take the damn laser off, because I wasn't using a laser for sure last time. But I think I was using something here. So let's see if there's one. Like this one helps with range. It does affect my aim down. That was the 1.3, right? Yeah. See, this one. Damage range. Should we try it? Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Let's see what happens. We'll keep that. And we'll keep that. We'll leave it like this. Now let's see if this does anything. Hopefully it does, man. Yeah. Friendly player, pumpkin maker. Friendly player, pumpkin maker.
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
No!
I've got your back. Changing mag. Next hard point. Get ready.
Take him out.
Reloading.
Location updated.
Was that better? Was that better?
Stand incoming. Stun grenade.
Look, see, I almost got me killed. You was Murphy's.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hostile VSOL in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Changing mag.
Enemy UAV active.
Enemy UAV active! Just if you guys don't hear.
They're gunning for me. Switching mags.
Go in your back.
Loading.
Excuse me. Wow. You got blown up. They meant business.
Hard point relocating. Stand by.
Hardport's relocating, just if you don't know.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
No! They got me!
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Using drill charge!
I mean, we can still win this,
Enemy
guys.
personnel at the
You don't gotta be afraid.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I shot him, guys.
Semtex!
I shot her in the face!
Hardpoint. Stand by.
Look at us catching up. Oh shit, because the Armpit Salad came in and tasked it up. Blue cheese dressing, though. I like blue cheese.
Capture the hardpoint.
I'm on fire! Oh my god!
We've taken the lead. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Secure that area, guys. Don't be afraid of it. Let her know who's mouse.
We've lost the lead.
Oh, shiznit!
We're getting hit hard. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Perimeter. Oh. That guy's so cool.
Target down!
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Good contact.
Friendly UAV online. The lead is ours.
Why did you have to shoot me like that, mister?
Target area updated. Secure the hardpoint.
Taking back!
Oh my gosh, you got 3 of us. Dude, almost such a noob.
We've taken the lead. Inside the perimeter.
Oh shit! I need to go back to Roblox.
Personnel at the hardpoint.
I'm not cut out for this.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Perimeter.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Fire! Target sighted! Around! Reloading! Grenade!
Oh shit!
Mission complete. Solid work.
That was pretty dope. You guys almost won. How did you die from getting shot in the lake? I did the best in the team. Thank you. My hands are... Oh shiznit. Oh shiznit. I might have to redo the gun again because that didn't feel like the Lockwood that I'm used to using. Oh shit, hold on. I might have to leave. Uh, 50 limes, which isn't like that bad, but it's 30 cucumbers. That's 3 bags of cucumbers. And then there's one item that I can't see. Fudge, dude. And it doesn't say heavy pay though. Should I take this? I mean, it's not bad. It's not. It's, like I don't. I don't. I just don't want it because I can't stand going to these specific markets because there's meat. That's why I'm worried because it's like it'll say This is what the problem is. 50 limes, 30 cucumbers, a thing of meat that I can see, and then there's another one that is blank. I'm assuming it's meat. Pounds could also be units. So since I see 80, there's 128 units. That says to me that there's 48 units worth of poundage somewhere. 47 actually. And that could be in meat. Like if that would be 40 something pounds of meat. It has to be because or it wouldn't be in pounds. It just doesn't make sense. It says 5 items but 128 units. I'm pretty sure that's what it means, is that they want or they're gonna ask for like chicken wings and it's gonna have to be like so many pieces. Trust me, when it's a good one, when it's a good delivery, which is what kind of is, it goes like that. You won't, like, we fight for them. We all see it. We're all sitting there looking at it going, what the hell is that mystery one? Because when you have to stand at the you don't want to be the person that goes and says, hey, I need 25 pounds of asada or some shit like that, and then they go, okay, great, yeah, someone took it already, good. You don't want to be that person that buys out all the meat that other people went to go get, and they go, oh no, we have more, but you gotta wait to cut it, and they've been waiting, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's a bad thing. It was like, sorry, that's the way it goes, but I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. I don't. I just don't, because then people start looking at you like, then they start thinking negative stuff, and that energy has to go somewhere. Like, that's how I see it. That energy is going somewhere, and I don't want it to be like they're looking at me, so they're like sending bad vibes to my brain. We didn't. I don't really take clips where I'm doing like really, really well, and on this one we're not doing well at all. The Lockwood, I did something to it, I changed it, and it ruined it. It absolutely ruined it. Like, holy moly, did I ruin this shotgun. I don't know what it is that I did. Was it this? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I wasn't using something like that. I think I was using this. I'm pretty sure I remember using that. Let's go with that. Let's not worry about aim down speed then at all. This one we're using because of the damage, right? Yeah. Let's just try this one. We're gonna keep going until we figure out what it is. There is something that I did to this gun that made it atrocious to use, and I gotta fix that. I gotta fix it for myself. yeah. Oh yeah. Oh Lord, it's a wonderful life. Oh Lord, it's a wonderful life. Meow, 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 wonderful life. Little goat, make the world so happy. Little screaming goat, making everybody scream. I hope I fixed this shoddy, man. My keyboard's loud, I'm sorry.
Domination.
You're gonna have to talk to
We're taking Charlie.
On your
Razor about it.
Charlie secure. The lead is ours. Moving here. Secure Bravo.
Oh no! I died.
Bravo secure.
Oh, you jerk. How dare you do that? Something's off about it, because
Securing Charlie.
it's not aiming right.
Objective secure.
I need medical. Contact.
Enemy securing Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Reload. Watch your fire.
My bad, buddy.
Securing objective Bravo. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Securing Alpha.
Covering your
So
six.
entering this sector, we're losing Charlie. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Alpha secure. Enemies taking Charlie.
Took a round.
We're taking Bravo. We hold all objectives. Keep them secure. Enemy securing Charlie. The enemy took Charlie.
Oh no!
Securing objective Charlie.
Oh, those someone Charlie.
We've secured 2 objectives. Securing Charlie. Friendly UAV on station.
Oh shit, no, you're about me. Right there.
Enemies taking Bravo.
Ah,
Securing objective Charlie. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get get it back. Securing objective Bravo.
Took a round!
Objective Bravo secure.
Shit.
We're losing Alpha. Securing Charlie.
Switching mag.
We're taking Charlie. We've lost Alpha.
Plants in mine.
Objective Charlie secure. You're halfway to mission complete. Stay sharp. Friendly UAV online. Securing objective Alpha. We control all objectives. Secure the perimeter. We're losing Bravo.
Oh, that's $12 right there. What is it for? Chocolate? Hell no, buddy.
Enemies taking Alpha. Enemies taking Bravo. The enemy took Alpha. The enemy took Bravo.
I'm at Alpha.
High alert.
No! He's hiding up on a jab and jab.
Bravo. Friendly
Gee, it's an
counter
actual
UAV is online.
female avatar. Skin.
Friendly airstrike in the
Person.
AO. We control Bravo.
Let's go for it. No! Don't shoot me! Nice.
Enemies taking Charlie. All objectives secure. Hold what you got. We're losing Charlie. We've lost Charlie. Friendly UAV on station. Friendly chopper gunner servicing targets. Securing objective Charlie. We control two objectives. We're taking Charlie. We control all
Yeah.
objectives. Secure the perimeter.
I'm trying to maintain the perimeter. But it's a little hard here, mate.
Target down!
Friendly airstrike on the way. Our counter UAV is active. Enemy securing Alpha.
Plants in mine. Frag out!
We're losing Alpha. We've got him on the run. Keep it up. Enemy's taking Charlie. Enemy securing Charlie.
Don't get Charlie from us, boys. Nice.
All saber. Mission accomplished.
Oh. Oh. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not doing good at all. So instead of continuing to play and just pissing myself off, I'm not getting mad yet. But I'm pretty sure eventually I'm gonna not get mad, but I'm gonna be like, what the fudge, man? That's not cool. Blah blah blah. So I'll come back when you know what it is. I don't feel like I'm I know what it is. I don't feel like I worked today, which I didn't. So that's the universe agreeing. So I don't feel like if I'm like, that's right, I got a good amount of work done today. Because it's, I don't know, I really don't know why it's doing this, but excuse me. So because I don't feel like at ease, I have that feeling like, oh man, I just need to work. So I'm anxious and I'm more worried about that. So I keep looking at the phone to have it on Instacart so that I can check to see if anything pops up, and it's not. So I'm like, you know what? I just gotta drive. So I'm gonna go drive to Smartifino, because Smartifino, right by the Smartifino is a supermarket that sometimes will come up. It's not as common as other ones, but it'll come up sometimes. And then like maybe less than a mile away, there's what is it called? There's the food for less that I go shop at for people. I try to stay away from the Ralphs. There's a Ralphs around here too, but I don't know. I really don't. It seems bigger, a lot more. It is. There's a lot more. There's a lot more like fresh food and stuff, and a lot of people that shop at Ralphs are shopping there because of that. Like when they order from there, they're like, "Oh, I want specific cheese," and this. So it gets like you're looking, and it's like, it's not. You don't just go to the aisle where the sliced cheese is and go, oh, there it is. It's on those circle thingamajigs that are in the middle of the floor, like where the fresh food is, where they have a bunch of different cheeses and shit. And it's like a small little piece. Yeah, that's why I don't like going to that Ralph's, but I prefer the food for less, easier. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just I don't feel content, and we're not gonna be streaming Ark at all. I'll take videos and shit and clips, but never streaming Ark again. I was on stream. I left for a couple seconds because my dog, I believe, pissed on the bed. Not like a lot, but it didn't smell like saliva or I don't know. It didn't smell like pee either though. But I couldn't tell what it was. But I'm just upset. So I was like, oh what? So I kicked her out and I cleaned it, and then I came back and I was dead. And I thought I made sure to land on a place where I wouldn't have anything affect me, and I wasn't hungry or thirsty from what I remember. So I don't know what the hell killed me, but then that was like, dude, I lost my RG. I don't know where the hell that's at. It was a white Argentavis. You probably don't care about Ark, but I do. So I was like, dude, this freaking sucks, man. And I was so far from my base. I'm gonna have to go find another RG, fly over this. I was like, you know what? I'm just done with this game for a minute. But I'm not streaming it at all, because that was like the worst. It just sucks. I'll just make sure I post something but the good clips and shit. I know people like watching the deaths and whatnot, but I don't physically enjoy it because it just ruins my mood. I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore like it did, and I'm done. I don't want to fucking come back on and go look for it. I'm just over it. So then I don't want to get people used to like, oh, your Ark streams. No, I like playing this. Even when I'm losing, I'm not in a bad mood. So, but I don't feel comfortable right now because I need to go out and work. I'll be back. I'm gonna go make like I don't strive to make a lot. I can't. I have to get ready for disability because of the knee replacement. So the goal is like $100 a day, and that way I'm like limited to fuck, dude. If I wanted to go on disability, what was the limit? I could only make $1,200 a month. But like if they see like when I'm trying to get on it, if they go, this is the stupidest fucking mentality from these people, man. People that don't have disabilities making fucking decisions for people that have disabilities. It's the fucking stupidest thing ever, right? And they'll go, well, wait a minute. You're disabled, right? But it shows here you've been working full time. Well, no fucking shit. What do you think I'm gonna do? Hey, fucking bill collector. Yeah, I'm disabled. Do I have proof? You wouldn't care anyway, right? Yeah, you're just asking though? No, I don't have proof. Oh, but I know, but I am. You gotta take my word for it. Well, the reason being is the reason I'm asking these questions is because I'm considering going on disability, and it's gonna take me a while. So what I'm doing is you know, slowing down my work, getting paid less, and trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay these bills with the 1,200 that they expect me to make or less. So that, just see, I can't even articulate it properly because of the fact that it is so asinine. The point that I'm trying to make is that it makes absolute no fucking sense that you would look at someone and say, hey, so you've been applying for a disability, right? So for the past 6 months, we've seen that you've been working full time. Any reason for that? Could it be because you're not disabled? No, you fucking moron. It's because I have to pay bills. And if you're only making 120 to 160 a day on the average, because if you're making 20 an hour and you're working 8 hours a day, if you're lucky to get the 40 hours, you're getting $800 a week. Dick, in a world where these fucking morons, what world do they sit there? They look at to go, well, why don't you live? Well, how? Their solution would be, and this is, I'm speaking from experience because this is what I was told from a judge, from the lawyer that, and I'm not calling the lawyer that it is, that the fact that he was telling me, don't say this and be careful what you say, blah, blah, because the judge could just be like in a bad mood, or this, he was telling me like, this judge is just one of those people that doesn't like, that basically just thinks everybody's trying to pull a fast one. And because I was young, I'm not even 40 yet. I went on disability first when I was like in my early 30s. So it's just the stupidity, but you've been working full time, right? So you just went from working 2 jobs and all of a sudden you're disabled? And I was like, yeah. My jobs are fucking dope. I was a bouncer at a club that was very popular. I had a fuckload of people that I knew that I was very, like, just cool with this shit. I loved that job. I would hardly call in to be like, oh, I can't make it because I'm not feeling good. I don't know. I was so happy being there, just loving my fucking job, that I wouldn't get sick. I rarely called off. Rarely. I don't even remember. I think maybe once that I remember calling off. And that was when I got my leg messed up. I was legitimately standing at my post out of nowhere, right? I'm just standing, and they're like, okay, you go ahead and go inside, or no, go ahead and take your break. And then come back and you're going to start the next part, because one of the clubs is closing. So since my club was already closing, they were like, go ahead and just take extra hours, extra pay. So I was happy about that. They're like, so just stand, you want extra pay? Yeah, go for it. You want, just stand at the gate. Stand at the gate, just let everybody in, just make sure that when they're coming in, they don't have alcohol in their hands and whatnot, so it's easier for the guards at the front of the club to do the pat downs and to run them through the metal detectors. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I come back, and then when I come back, I'm like trying to walk, and I can't, out of nowhere, and I can't. I'm like trying to walk, and they're asking me to do something, and then my boss notices. He's like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know, I can't walk. My leg is like messed, like it hurts. To be honest, I can't remember if it was my knee or my ankle. All I remember is that I could not, like, I was like, I was trying to put weight in, and I couldn't. I would be like, fuck, dude, I'm like falling over. So from what I remember, he told me to go. He was like, go ahead and just go to your truck. He was like, just go to your truck and sit down and chill for a little bit. No, he didn't say go to your truck. I'm sorry. He said just go and chill for a little bit, and see if that helps out. So I sat down for a little bit where I was at, or I only remember them saying something like, go ahead and just chill for a bit. And I sat down. I think I was sitting on the steps of the club, and then he was like, are you okay? And I was like, and I thought, I'm all right. But when I went back to the spot where I was at, I was like, just fuck it, whatever, just deal with it. It's only like 2 more hours or some shit like that. But to cut it to the part, okay, so that way it just cleared memory. Name's Rudy. Rudy was like, what's going on? And I explained to him, like, I can't walk, like my leg is messed up. Get told to sit down. I sat down for a bit and go back to post. I'm standing there for a bit trying to man it out, and then I can't. I hit the radio. I'm like, I need help. And they're like, what's going on? And I told them I can't. But when he came, I was tearing up. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, tell him, like, dude, I physically, like, my leg is wicked, like, in pain. I can't even walk on it. And he goes, are you able to drive? He goes, you can drive home? And I told him, to be honest, I'm gonna sit in my truck. Like, I was like, I don't think I can right now. So he goes, you know what? Just go ahead and just sit in your truck. And that's when he was like, I remember him saying something like, go ahead and sit in your truck. I think that's what it was. He said, just sit in your truck and then don't go home until you can drive. But he was like, but just go ahead. And I'm pretty sure he knew I wasn't fucking around because I was crying. Like, it was the only way I can explain the pain, and it is the most accurate way I can describe it, is the feeling. When it happened, I couldn't remember if it was left or right leg. I have really shitty memory. I just, like, I remember there's when it's stories, I remember I see the scenes, but I don't remember like the whole thing that happened. I don't remember if it was my right or my left leg. It might have been my right, because I remember him asking, "Can you drive?" And then me going, "I don't think I can." And I would have, you would think, or the reason because I sat in my truck for a bit, I didn't just go home. So I don't remember. What I would be thinking is, oh, then it was my right leg because that's the leg I drive with. It would be hard for me to drive with my left. I'm not used to that. So that's why I would sat in my car, because of my right leg. But regardless of the fact is, I went home. I went to sleep. Right. I was like, oh, I just gotta chill out on this. I went to sleep, and I remember waking up the next day. I'm pretty sure it happened, like, that's the night that I went home, and the next day when I woke up, I remember being like, I just remember being in bed and trying to get up. And when I tried, I was like laying down, right? And I was trying to sit up, and I couldn't, and I couldn't. And I tried moving my legs, and I couldn't move my legs. But it was weird because it wasn't a feeling like, oh, they're asleep. It just feels funny. I couldn't move them, as in, like, I'm trying to, like, it's like if your arms are like this, right? And you're trying to get it up and over, but it's like you lost the function of this function. So all you're trying to do is like you're stuck here, so you're trying to just hop it over, right? So they're just stuck, like they're stiff and they're stuck. But the pain. And I was still living with my mom. And I just remember screaming. And my mom was like, what? I remember her going to the door, she's like, what's going on? I told her, my legs. I can't move my legs. I can't feel my legs. Not feel them, but like I can't move them. Like I don't have. There's a feeling I could feel them doing this, but I couldn't feel them as I'm trying to move them. But like, it's the feeling of I'm gonna move and grab the camera, so I can feel my arm doing that. I couldn't feel my brain connected to my legs telling them to move. So I thought, I'm paralyzed. Did something happen at the club? Did I get poisoned or some shit, or drink something, or do cigarettes? Because I used to smoke shitloads of cigarettes. Cigarettes cause this shit? What's going on? So she's like trying to get the door in this room too. Oddly enough. And I had my doors locked and stuff, and she's like, the doors, and she's like, I'm gonna break down the door, but she's not strong enough, and she's like, well, I can't open the doors. I can't open the doors. I can't open the door. So I just remember like rolling off the bed, legit, like just hitting the floor. Cause I crawled, like I was on the bed this way. So I remember, so I rolled myself. I found a way to roll myself because I couldn't move my legs. So I rolled on the opposite way, and I like pulled myself off the bed this way. Like, so this is my bed, and I pulled myself up this way. Went to the door, and I had to like on my belly push my arm up like this and reach up and unlock the locks. And then she like opened the door. She's like, "What's going on?" I told her, "I can't move my legs. I can't move them. I can't walk. They hurt." And she's like, "Okay, we're gonna go to the hospital." Now here's the weird thing. I don't remember if that was the first time it fully hit. I think it was. I think that was the first time where I had a full blown like rheumatoid episode. Because the other times, I remember, I think it was the first time, and that's when they actually were like, okay, we got to do some tests or some shit because this is too much now. But before, I remember going to the doctors, and I think that was when I was telling them, like, hey, you know, I have to have people, like, it wasn't that bad yet. Like, I was still able to get out of bed and walk, but I had to have somebody pull me because of my back. So when I would tell them that, they were like, oh, it's because you're fat, you're obese, you know, lose weight, and it'll help. So all this time being told that, you know, and you kind of get it, but then still it's like, well, could it, after a year of me telling you that, because it was a long fucking time. We're talking years. We're talking where they had to tell me, yeah, because it was diagnosed so late, there's permanent damage done type of years. Where after year one, you would think of someone saying, hey, it's not a fat boy thing, like, oh, my back hurts, they would see, like, I could not move. I would be in bed, like, I can't roll over or anything. Look, I know I'm fat. I was about 100 pounds heavier. But even at 100 pounds heavier, let me make this clear. Even at 100 pounds heavier, I could fucking cartwheel. I could cartwheel. I could go to the edge of a, like, run to a pool, and then flip. I'm not gonna make a full somersault, but like flipping it down on my back, I could do that shit. So how is it like, oh, it's because you're obese, your back hurts because you're obese, but I could cartwheel and all that shit without anything hurting. I could back then. So I was like, dude, it didn't make sense. Like one time I was so like, you would think, oh, back problems would be consistent. That I would like, there was a time there was like a desk, and I ran up to the desk and I jumped up, like still being 400 and fucking something pounds, and like jumped up on the desk, and I wanted to land like where I was like laying like this, like in a sexy pose before Fortnite even happened, because this was when I was in my 20s. But I didn't make it like that. But like I jumped up and I landed with like my hip like this, but like my leg was kind of like a weird ass Spider-Man pose. I was like, shh. And then some dude was like, damn, I like big dudes that can do big things and shit. I remember that stuck in my head. And even I thought, I was like, dude, yeah, I'm pretty damn big and I'm agile, like a Chris Farley. So it bugged me after, like, even after 2 years, 3 fucking years, because it was like 4 or 5 years that I wasn't diagnosed. It was juvenile rheumatoid before it became rheumatoid arthritis or spondyloarthropathy or arthropathy. I don't know if it's arthropathy or arthropathy. I think it's arthropathy. But point being is that all this shit just like it just took a toll, man. It took a toll and it jacked up my body. I gotta go get a knee surgery. See, that's what the ADHD does, dude, man. I fucking forgot every bit of what I was talking about. All I know is that it was about my knee surgery that's coming up. Oh, these Instacarts. Yeah, so I want to go to work. That's all it is. I gotta work as much as I can, because if I want to get a disability now, which that's what it was. Just that. The fact that they go, why are you working so much if you're disabled? Not thinking you have bills on. Can we see what your bills were? Why couldn't you pay them why couldn't you pay less? Oh yeah, because it's that fucking easy. Why are your bills so high? Because rent's fucking high? Well, why don't you find a place that's cheaper? Where do you just think that you're gonna just go move into some fucking random area? I'm gonna say like in a bad area where the house is like $800 because there's you know, like it's because it's dangerous. That's what it is. There are people trying to get out of those areas, but they want you to move into those areas because it's cheaper, so that you can qualify for them to give you money. And then when they do that and you go, but I'm still going to work, and they go, wait a minute. So we're going to give you, when I was on it was $1,200. But like, so wait a minute, we're going to give you $1,200 a month. And you say you can't work, but you're going to still work. And then you got to explain to them, well, because if I don't go on disability, the amount of work that I would do would only get me $500 to $600 a month. So even in your grand fucking beautiful, your utopia, where it's like, oh, the government does too much with these people. In that utopia, it's like, well, how do you figure that then? Where's this person supposed to live? Most of the places where it's low income, where they can pay a little bit, you might get lucky. Not might, you could get lucky enough to where you're paying what, 100, 200 bucks a month for rent. In severe cases, living in those places where it's like, oh, okay, you gotta live in one of these little places. They're not little. They'll be like a studio, and they make it look nice and whatnot. But you're paying for like the 100 to 200 bucks for one of those. Then you have the rest of the month. I spend $30 to $40 a day at the groceries just getting the food I'm gonna eat for the day. In 7 days, at 30 at the least, that's $210. So I would be short about like 2 weeks worth of food. It's $31, or not 31, but it's usually, and I buy the same shit all the time usually. Salami, cheese, bread, something to throw on there like a lettuce or whatever, so, and depending on that. And then I'll get like a meat whenever I'm just like, because I don't mind eating the same shit. I'm trying to set money aside for a trip I want to go on, set money aside to fix up the house. So it's just like, there's a lot of shit, but the point is for them to think, like, for that to be the thought process of someone who doesn't know what it's like, and just being like, yeah, you're working too much, you're probably not disabled then. It's like, no, dick, I'm getting on disability, I'm working hard. You can check and see that my work hours declined, but I'm still making that much because I still have the same fucking bills and I still gotta pay them. So that's dumb. Like, you really can't just be like, oh yeah, I can't pay this bill because I'm going under disability. So, I can't pay it because the judge is gonna ask me, why are you working so much to pay this bill? So it's really fucking dumb. So I'm gonna be fighting this shit for like 2 years. When I went to their doctor to get the physical done so they can see if I was disabled or not, all they did was fucking have me bend over. Are you doing this? Can you do this? Let me see. Okay, yeah. The guy was like, okay, he's not disabled. You know what my fucking chart said that I had? Was that I couldn't, when I woke up in the morning, or I had ambulatory issues. But it specifically said, like, this person has ambulatory issues. In fact, I went there with the note from when I went to fight it, I went there with the note from my doctor stating the patient has rheumatoid arthritis, there's permanent damage, we have x-rays to show, and that fucking doctor still was like, well, let me do this. You're good? You could bend down. And I'm like, when I bent down, he's like, yeah, he basically said in the notes, like, he bent down at a decent speed, or not decent, but he used a word like that wasn't decent, at a proportionate speed, some shit like that. I think it was proportionate, at a proportionate speed, meaning like, oh, that's work able. But the word, not putting anyone down. The worst part is that when I would hear friends of mine that would be like, yeah, I'm on disability for what? For depression. And I'd be like, come on, really, like, be honest with me, bro. Because it was 3 people that I've known that were on disability for depression. And they would tell me to be like, you should definitely be on it. Because of mania. Because I'm like, you can see the energy's up here, but then when I'm like in depressive mode, I want to sleep all day, I smell like fucking death. Because I don't want to get up and do anything. But luckily for me, that happens once in a big while. So it's usually like this. But because I have all this energy, I'm constantly moving and shit and causing damage to the fucking body I'm not supposed to be causing damage to. Because I'll be like, oh, I have a lot of energy. I know what I can do. This is how stupid it is. I'm going to go ahead and mop and sweep. And I'll do that shit. And just because I did that shit, my knee will just... So then that fucking knee flares up. So I got to put all my weight on this fucking knee. And then this knee is compensating, so to be like the tides of a damn ocean crashing against the rocks of a sea cliff front. One side is being deteriorated faster than the other, but they're both being deteriorated by the same waves. So They already told me you're most likely going to need a double knee replacement, but right now we just want to focus on the left. And that's all that's scaring me, dude, is the fact that there's going to be a time. I'm going to have to go and tell them I can't get the knee done yet. Why? Because I'm not on disability yet. But you need it. But I need to be able to pay my bills first of all. You can find a way. You find a way, bitch. That's what it feels like. Not when you're chewing 5 gum, but that's what it feels like to have a disability and they need the help. Dude, like I'm working now. Regardless of the fact of what I'm doing for work, it'd be Instacart and Uber Eats and shit like that, and Uber and whatnot. I'm still trying. I don't want to fucking work at a spot where I have to call them and be like, hey, I can't come in today. Why? Because I'm having a flare-up. This guy calls in a lot about flare-ups. Ooh, he's one of those. Let's make it harder for him when he's here. So, like, knowing what, like, if I were to mention, I have, there are things I can't do. I can't do the cards as much as I would, so I could not be inside dealing with customers because they might start asking questions in Spanish and I'll get nervous. Or a girl being like, hey, what's up, cute ass? I want to marry you and stuff, and her boyfriend's right there. Happens all the time. So I'm like, dude, I don't want to get my ass beat. How am I going to fight her boyfriend? I can't fucking fight. My knee, he's just going to kick my knee and I'm going to fall on the floor. And then she's still going to be making it worse by being like, leave my future boyfriend alone, stop beating his ass. And then current boyfriend's going to be all, no, I'm going to make it worse. I don't want to deal with that. I was on disability for a little bit, and I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. The way that they treat you when you're on it is fucking bullshit. Like 1 month, I think I made by accident because there was a lot of promos on Uber Eats. So I made like $50 more, or no, I think $100 more than I was supposed to. I get the letter. Oh, you know, there's something about we're looking into you for potential fraud. I was like, are you fucking kidding? And I had explained to him, I was like, look, the reason that happened was because, and I was like, I can prove it. The reason it happened was because there's promos. And I didn't know that it was going to go that high. I was like, I ordered up because, like, not promos because there's promos, but person tipped. Ended up getting tips that were, like, more than I thought I was going to get. So in 1 month, it accumulated to $100 worth. Like, I didn't notice it, or I can't say I didn't notice it, or because it's not that I didn't notice it, it's that I wasn't paying attention to it. I would always see it as, I would just do this. How much is the delivery? $8. Okay. So then I would just go, okay, $8. I wouldn't count the change, or I'd go like, oh, that one's $8.50. It would be like $8.67. I'd just go, okay, $8.50. And then this one would be like $7.83. So I'll just go, all right, $7.50. Or so it'd be like $8.50. I would just say that it was $8.50 and $7.50, put it together, and it makes 16. That's how I do the math. I wouldn't do it accurately. So when I was doing that, I wasn't looking at what I was accumulating. Like all I was worried about is how much I took out, like how much I got for that month. But I don't know what it was. It wasn't even the tips. I might be making a mistake because I would look at my shit and I wasn't ever looking at it going, I can make an extra 100, because they would see it for that purpose. I don't remember what the hell it was where I got extra, because it only happened once. You know what I think it was? Hold on. There were moments where, like, where this would happen a lot back like when I started Uber Eats in 2017, so it was like maybe 2018, 2019 or some shit like that, where they were having a lot of issues. They still do, where they would mention, oh, sorry, we're having issues. The money that you see in your account that we're giving you for your payment for whatever time period might be off. Like you might see $50, but you're expecting 75. So, you know, once it clears up, we'll send you the 25. I think it was one of those, because I remember when I explained to him, I was like, you can check. Like, I was like, you can check, because there was a message where there's messages where they send you where it says miscellaneous payment. So I was like, so you could check. There was like a payment. It wasn't 100. It was like $96 or something. I was like, there's a miscellaneous payment that they paid me out, saying that I was missing a couple of, or it just said that I was paid less than I was supposed to. That there was a correction being made. So they're like, are you sure? But I was like, you could check it, because they were questioning me about why I was working the maximum time. And I explained to them, I was like, they're like, usually when people get on disability, they don't work the full amount given. I was like, so, but you're allowed to, right? And they go, yes. And I was like, so why am I being questioned about the fact that I'm taking advantage of that? And they're like, well, because we said most disabled people don't. I was like, well, but they said that's the, like, for the maximum amount of time that I can work as a disabled person, that's what it is, right? That's what they deemed like the most, right? And they said yes. I said, so once again, what I don't understand is, why are you offering that amount of time? Like, why are you giving us the ability to make an additional $600 a month working part-time if you don't want us to? If that's the case, why don't you limit it to 400? I was like, but then wouldn't it still be the issue? You're still working the full amount of time. I was like, the point is, the reason what you should be asking here is, oh, so we're not giving you disabled people enough to sustain so that you have to work. Because I explained to him, I was like, sir, in what planet I told him straight out, it wasn't the judge, but it was the people that were questioning me, that would call me and ask me about, or not call me, I'm sorry, that would send me to the interviews that I would have to go to. One of them was the judge, but with the judge, it wasn't based on that. One of the people that I had to speak with was the doctor, and I was like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, because he told me, he was like, you seem fine, you're able to work, and I was like, what are you talking? So then we went into it, but with the judge, what he said was, don't let me catch you, or first he said, don't let me catch you working. Then he said, I don't want to find out that you've been bragging to your friends that you pulled it over on the system. And I was like, sir, what is there to brag about? And then well, no, I was like, sir, I'm only going to be getting 1,200. There's nothing to brag about. He was like, what was that? And then my lawyer was like, shh, be quiet. And he was like, no. And he told the lawyer, he said, no, go ahead and repeat what you said. And I said, sir, I was like, Your Honor, what I said was, it's only $1,200 a month. I used to work 2 jobs before this, and you have the documents right there. I immediately went from working 2 jobs to not working at all. I have documents there showing you from my doctors that mentioned, yeah, you know what, sorry, we've been seeing you for 4 years or 5 years for this, and we just, after those years, we find out you have rheumatoid, and there's permanent damage done. I was like, there's a doctor's notes right there. And I was sent to the person who just had me bent over real quick and said, you're fine. I'm going against what these people have seen for years. They don't get anything out of this. I was like, but that was during the argument. That I went off track. What I said was, when he said, don't let me catch you telling your friend, or I don't want to find out that you're bragging to your friends that you pulled it over on the system. I was like, there's nothing to brag about. And when he said, what did you say? And I was like, there's nothing to brag about, sir. I've been getting $1,200 a month, and I still have to work to get the rest of it. I was working 2 jobs. I was a bouncer and I was a caregiver for a person who was in a wheelchair, just like I am. I was like, sir, I was making almost 3 times what I'm gonna get here with this $1,200. I was making almost 3 times that. So what is there to brag about? I'm taking a really big loss. And he just looked at me and he gave me like a look like the look that he gave was kind of like if I could, like, he gave me, it was the look that a parent gives you when you give them logic and it makes sense, but they're still like, I'm still on the fucking right. Don't question me. So then during that conversation, was why he was asking me. He was asking me, why would you, why are you working? Not why are you working right now, because he would be like, why were you working so much before you went disabled? Like, you literally went from working 2 jobs to just stopping. And I told him, because of what happened. There's doctor's notes right there. So I was like, officer, there's All of it's in the medical documents. It's all there. But he still fought me on it. And then even after, when they would call, I would get calls, and I would get calls, but like they would ask me questions like, "Has your status changed and whatnot?" Or I would call. I specifically would call to ask them, like, why am I being like, why am I like one of the letters, why am I getting checked out? Why am I being suspected of fraud? And they mentioned that because that was, I believe it was a female that mentioned it. She was like, "Oh, it's because you're disabled, but you're working the full max time." And I was like, so why did they offer the time? I asked the judge too. I was like, the same thing. But he was asking like, why were you working the full time? But then even after, when I became, oh no, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't the judge. It was the lawyer before we went. But he was asking like, so you were working, but it was always that. You were working full time with you were working full time while you were disabled. And I was like, no, here's the thing though. Like I mentioned to the doctor, I would wake up and I couldn't move and shit, but then by the time I would have to go to work, I would be okay. So I didn't know. It wasn't like, I was like, dude, what does it have to do with this? They have proof. There's like, what does my work history have to do? What do you think, that disabled people just fucking slowly decline and shit? Like, so you really can't just become disabled in one day. Like if you become mentally disabled because you got a brain injury, you have to decline. I was like, dude, they have medical records right there of me going to the doctor of my decline. From the time that I would tell him I can't walk, like I'm having trouble, it would go from having trouble getting out of bed to I can't walk. There's moments where I can't walk. Like I can't walk. I have to sit there in bed and wait until my legs work. I'll have to check this because that was an Instacart. But that always fucking bothered me. Those people that I would call on the phone, because they would ask the question, your status change? Someone had brought it up. Hold on, let me check this. This is not a good one. Someone brought it up when they had called. They said, what's the issue here the issue here that we're having is, the reason why we're calling is because you're working. This is after I got on. They're like, you're still working while you're on, and you're working the max time. That's when they started bringing it up. Because one time they took the money away. Like I wasn't getting it anymore, and I was like, "What for?" And they said, "Because it shows you're working." That's what happened. They saw that I worked 1 month and I made over, and I got it taken away. So I contacted because we suspect of fraud, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, well, because normally, that's what the person on the phone. Normally, when people are disabled and they don't work the full amount of time. They just work a couple of, like 4 hours for the week, and you're working like 8 hours for the week. And I was like, whoa, wow, 2 hours every 2 hours to 3 hours a day or whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, dude, you understand that I have bills to pay, right? I don't live in a rent controlled place. They're like, well, you could try. So you realize I would still have to live here while that's happening, waiting for Section 8 for 5 to 8 years. So like, fucking. So what am I supposed to do? And I even told them, you guys know that I applied for that shit, right? I was like, you guys know that I applied for that because we weren't sure if I was gonna be able to take care of myself. So I applied for that because I was actually trying to see if I can get into like if I were gonna be qualified for like a place where they have like an old folks home kind of, where they have like people that have disabilities, so they have kind of like nurses on call there or whatnot. But I applied for it because I really didn't know. I really didn't know if I was gonna stay here. My mom was like, we just didn't fucking know. But I applied for it. So I was like, dude, we have all that stuff ready going. What are you talking about? But I have bills to pay. I was like, dude, where do you know that? I was like, can you point me to a place where rent right now is $400, so that way the other 800 that I have can be spent for the month? But no, man, like there's absolute stupidity. If you see that disabled people are still having to fucking work when they're on disability, then that says, yeah, it's not enough. So don't shit on us for wanting to work, because I'm specifically not sitting here saying, give me more money. I'm saying, shut the fuck up if I want to work. To make the rest of it. $1,200 isn't shit. That's fucking nothing. Even if you rent $600, that's half of what you're getting. You gotta live off of $120 for the rest of the week, $125 for the rest of the week. And gas, if you're driving for that part-time job, that's already like $20 gone. It's the stupidest thing, man. Once again, it's not a disabled person complaining like, I need to get more money. They should offer us more money. Shut the fuck up. If we want to work, do you realize that if we work, we're getting taxed? So it's like if we're fucking almost paying, contributing to our own disability fucking benefits? So just shut up. I would rather. You should bump it up, because I know the issue is like, they're like, well, we're giving you 1,200, and if you're able to work to make 6, Dick, that's all I could do, to be honest. They would ask like, well, or they wouldn't ask, but because they never asked about that. But like, if they would have just asked, well, what if you could work more hours? Would you? And I would tell them, no, because I make just enough right now. They wouldn't look at the times where I would work. Like, let's say they give you, let's just say, right, for the week you get 10 hours. They would look at all the times where I would work those 10 hours in the week, but they wouldn't look at the times where I worked 5 hours for the week, because I was not able to move. So they were nitpicking. They would only pick those. Like, you realize it's like about 50-50, right? Kind of. They'd be like, nah, we're just focusing on the ones where you did work. It's like, shut up. But yeah, as you can see, I'm still waiting and nothing's popped up. I'm gonna go drive around and see if I can grab some work. I want to come back later and stream and be like kicking ass. The clips that I get, when I post, man, they're good. I like my clips. They're chill, man. They're cool little clips. For a noob, they're cool clips. But this time that I played, I didn't do well. I played myself. No more ranting. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go